Neutral grip push-ups have a tendency to be more comfortable for most people on their shoulders, their wrists, and in some cases, their hands. Now, because of that, it's kind of become a staple in my programs as a replacement for regular push-ups. What you do need for that, though, is an accessory like this push-up handle, or you can do this on regular dumbbells. To set this up, there's the fundamentals that still apply to a push-up, but there are a few faults that you do want to watch out for, which I'll cover. But first, let's talk about the setup. Now, we want to set this up so that our hands are about shoulder width apart. Now, you can play around with the angle of these grips. We ideally want to set up palms facing, but you can turn the hands in slightly if that's more comfortable for you. Now, fundamentals of the push-up, shoulders down away from the ears. I want to set up in a position where I have, if I could draw a straight line from my shoulder through to my hip, through to my heel, I'm in a good spot. And I'm making sure to keep some tension in my trunk. So if I got all that, then all I got to do is bend the elbows, lead with the chest, go down to the floor. Now, this version of the push-up will get me more range than a typical push-up. So you actually get more out of the push-up by using the handles because you get a little bit of extra stretch at the bottom, which obviously yields more gains. Now, some things to watch out for with any push-up is oftentimes if we set up too far behind, we'll kind of get into the shoulder. And if we set up too far in front, we will also get into the shoulder or just not be able to make it down to the ground in a comfortable position. So we want to make sure that the shoulder stays down away from the ears and the wrist and the elbow always stay fairly stacked. So if we're trying to avoid the hand coming to the shoulder or falling below the plane of the elbow. So somewhere in here, where if I could draw a line forward and back, that's where it's traveling. It's okay if the elbows get a little bit away from the body, but they do stay fairly close with this neutral grip position. The other part of this is sometimes the hips will sink or we'll start looking ahead like this. This gets us into this weird bowing position. So we got to make sure to drop the chin, keep it on the head in line with the body, shoulders stay locked in, and we should feel, just hanging out in this position, some tension through our core. Kind of like a regular plank, right? So we want to maintain that position throughout. What I strongly encourage you to do, if you're feeling any sort of discomfort or you're not really sure what's happening, is film yourself with your phone from the side like this so that you can see what's happening. So you're actually able to coach yourself up and you'll see a lot of these faults if they're happening. So all we got to do is make sure that everything stays locked in through the whole movement. And we have a great push-up. All right, hope that helps. Bring it.